Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the today's session. Big thank you to all of you for joining us in this webinar. Your participation is truly appreciated, and we look forward to an engaging session. If you have any type of queries, I request you to please feel free to write in the chat box, and we will address it accordingly. Now, I would like to request Ms. Avni Sevak, CEO of Join in Campus, to give some insights about study in Germany and its visa process. Let's start the session.
Thank you, Himali, for introducing. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on which we'll be sharing information regarding study in Germany. Like what are the benefits students they are getting while they choose Germany as their overseas destination. Apart from that, like what is the education system, higher education system in Germany, and also like what's the difference between the universities and applied science universities, because it's somewhat different. Also, there is a myth, in the market, in the students, like Germany, which means free education. So we'll be discussing about that as well. Though we are not into public universities, we are only into private universities. But yes, we will discuss a little bit about it, like how students, how easy or how difficult it is to get in the public university. Apart from that, I always give a little bit of introduction about Join in Campus once I finish off regarding the specific country about which we are discussing in our webinar. But I guess most of you are working with Join in Campus since 6 months, 1 year, like that. So I will just quickly go through the slides. I won't go in detail about it because every one of you know Join in Campus very well. And yes, I will just brief you about Join in Campus. Established since 2008. It's been 17 years now. We are trusted by our associates. We are trusted by our B2B partners. And Join in Campus, we are into B2B for France. We started with France in 2008, and since last 10 years, we are also into other European countries like Germany, Netherlands, Hungary, Spain. So yes, a lot of people knows Join in Campus as a France promoter only, but no, apart from France, we are also into other European countries. So please feel free to contact us for other countries' options and other countries' details as well. So yes, let's begin now. And as I said that, yes, we are the leading edtech company specialized for France, Germany, Europe, along with Canada, UK, US. We don't promote that much. We do have certain direct tie-ups, but yes, of course, if you have students for US, Canada, UK, you can also refer to us. If we have the options, definitely we'll be happy to help you out. We are members of some organizations, namely EAI, that is European Association for International Education, ICF, IFCI, that is Indo-French Chamber of Commerce, NAFSA, EU-India Chambers, and WebAwal. So yes, Germany, of course, everybody we know about the geographical location and everything, and it's a fascinating country nowadays. Everybody is talking about Germany. Students, they are very keen to know about Germany and how education is how is education system over there. So yes, of course, you also might be getting a lot of queries for Germany nowadays, and it is the fourth most popular destination for international students. About Germany, I won't go into the geographical locations and everything in much detail, but yes, it is a Western European country which is located in the heart of the Europe, and it is the seventh largest country in Europe, right? And it is the third largest in the world. And according to that is the German Academic Exchange Service, a total of like 3,79,900. So almost I can say 3,80,000 international students they enrolled for the higher education in 2023-24. So yes, as I rightly said, Germany is picking up really well. Students, they really are seeking opportunity to study in Germany. This is a graph which is showing the total Indian students in Germany, and it is constantly increasing. It has constantly grown by 15% over the last year. And right now, the number stands at 49,500 approximately, and which is again tremendously increasing every year. So we can see there is a growth of 15% compared to the last year. And yes, these are the numbers of last 5 years of only Indian students I'm talking about who are in Germany right now, who are choosing Germany as their overseas destination. Berlin and Munich, these are the two cities of Germany that are ranked in the top 10 for the QS rankings. Here you can see the rankings for the last 4 years. In 2022, Berlin was ranked as fifth. That is the top best student city to study. Munich was ranked as second, and still both the cities, they enjoy the top 10 positions, like they are still in the top 10 positions in QS ranking. So QS, they rank the cities as per the different norms from the students' point of view. And yes, Berlin and Munich, really, they both are a very great city. I have been there, and yes, it's really happening cities. So this is a survey. International students, they love Germany. That is a top non-English speaking destinations nowadays, which is in demand. So yes, this numbers are forecasted by that is the organizations we talked about earlier in our presentation. And yes, the top international student countries of origin in Germany are India, followed by China. So from India, we almost have seen that the numbers are 49,000 approximately, followed by China, that is 38,700. And the majority of international students in Germany, what do they study? This is according to the survey that we are having. So majority of them, they are studying engineering, that is 60%, followed by law, economics, and social science, as well as mathematics and natural science. But yes, as every one of us, we know that yes, Germany, it is well known for the engineering programs. But yes, nowadays also students, they are going for their business and law and management and economic program as well. So in 2024, as per the survey conducted, the total number of international students in Germany, it increased from 85,000 to 92,000. So these are the total number of international students. Indian students, if we talk about, it is 48,500 out of this. And yes, the rest are from the other part of the world. Around 50% of the industries in the country, they observed like 5% more growth, and this is really very good for your students. And we have seen a lot of articles coming up in the last few months that there are a lot of employment opportunities, skilled workers employment opportunities in Germany. So that is really very good news for your students. The number of international students at German university, it has grown for 15 years in a row. So every year, though pandemic also, the numbers have grown. So even pandemic was unable to affect the numbers in Germany. So yes, this is the fact that we are having, and this is a survey according to the DAD organization. Here comes the most important part of our webinar, like what are the benefits to the international students when they are choosing Germany as a overseas destination. So yes, let's discuss one by one. So yes, top reasons to choose Germany, like why students they should choose Germany compared to other countries. Of course, all countries they have their own pros and cons, and Germany is also having its own pros and cons. Every country is having quality education. Germany is also having the quality education, along with the top quality of the programs, about the courses that are offered. Tuition fee is less compared to the English speaking countries. I would say it is average. I can say that in entire Europe, the tuition fees is moderate, tuition fees is average compared to the English speaking countries. There are a lot of scholarships options available, which are provided by government as well as by the private universities that we are promoting. So yes, your students, they do have scholarship options. The programs that we are promoting, the universities that we are promoting, they teach like the curriculum and the modules, they are taught 100% in English. So yes, the studies, they are completely in English. There is a diversified culture. Yes, it is not like that students, they are only from one particular country. Of course, as we saw the numbers, India ranks number one, followed by China. But apart from that, still there is a diversified culture in the classroom. Safety, yes, Germany is very safe, and it is also good, as we saw that, you know, Berlin and Munich, they still enjoy the top 10 position. And yes, safety is also one of the measure they take into consideration while ranking the city from student point of view. Travel, of course, Germany, as we all know, it is a part of European Union. Your students, they get a European Union visa, that is Schengen visa, and they are allowed to travel to 27 European countries. And the most important is post-study work visa. That is one of the questions that you usually face from your students. So yes, in Germany, they do have a post-study work visa, and that is of 18 months, so 1.5 years. Once student finish off their studies, they are allowed to stay back up to 18 months in Germany and find a job in the relative field of studies. So yes, these are the main benefits that has been listed over here. Germany, again, it's a popular destination for international students. As we saw, it is ranked third in Europe. It is the fifth most popular country for international students. The total number of students, they doubled in Germany in 5 years. Wide range of study opportunities. So as we discussed in beginning of our presentation, that formally, of course, like students, they were opting Germany for their engineering studies, but now there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of programs that are 100% in English. Again, as I said, like in Germany, we have this category of institutions. Like first, we have public universities, then we have technical universities. Technical universities, they are both, like they are public as well as private. Third, we have University of Applied Sciences. Then we have colleges of art and music, and we have the private universities and schools. This is the basic structure of German higher education. Bachelor's degree will be ranging from 3 to 4 years, depending on the applied science university, or depending on the program that students they are selecting. But yes, it will range between 3 to 4 years. Most probably the technical and engineering programs, it will be of 4 years for bachelor's, and management and business programs, it will be of 3 years. Then comes the master degree program, that is of 1 to 2 years, again, depending on the university and the program. But yes, majority of the programs, they are of 2 years. And after master degree, students, if they wish, they can opt for their PhD as well, which will be again 3 to 4 years. That is known as the doctoral degree. So now, yes, this is somewhat like, you know, usually students, they are confused and they ask for, like, you know, what is the difference between a university and University of Applied Science, right? So university includes everything, like most probably it is a public university and private as well, but a little bit. And yes, whereas the University of Applied Sciences, they are all private universities. So in university, the programs, they are more research based, they are more theory based, and it is ideal for those students who want to go in a deeper academic and theoretical understanding of the program. So this is the focus in the university, whereas the focus in the University of Applied Science, it is more into the practical knowledge, industry applications, going to the industry, going and learning about what they have read in the theory. Over here they will be implying in the field itself, right? So it is more kind of internship type of programs. And internship, again, let me just tell you, whether it can be paid or it can be unpaid, depending on the programs, right? So yes, so in University of Applied Science, the practical skills and industry specific knowledge is the focus, whereas in university, theoretical is the focus. Program offers, like in university, you get all kind of programs, and including humanities, science, engineering, management, all programs are there. Whereas in applied sciences, you have, as I said, you have internships, industry learning. For programs are focused based on business engineering. So yes, you get almost all kind of programs in both in university as well as in applied sciences. Which kind of students they should choose university? Like students who want to pursue their academic careers, and they would like to do a research, and after masters who are planning to do their PhD. So university is ideal for this kind of students. Whereas applied science is ideal for students who are aiming for their careers, industry specific, who wants to apply their practical knowledge, who wants to get hands off in the practical knowledge about what theory they have studied. So that is ideal for this kind of students. Career path in university, it will lead to a research position, teaching roles, or advanced academic work. That's how you say it is PhD. Whereas in the applied sciences, the career path will be immediate entry into the workforce. Like after immediately you get into the company for what you have studied, and you start the practical implication. So this is the major difference between university and applied science university. So whenever you have a student and who is confused, like why I should choose this or this, you can simply now explain that, okay, this is the difference. Programs you get almost same in both, but it is totally student choice, like whether student wants to go for a theoretical approach and student wants to go for a research approach, then go to the university, or else apply for the applied science university. So choosing a university, as I said, when you have a student, just ask him like what is the objective, what he exactly wants to do, whether he wants to go for a research academic level, or whether he wants to go for the implication of what he has studied, he or she, in the theory. So it is totally student's choice, but yes, it should be clear and they should choose the university accordingly. They should compare the rankings and everything of the universities and check on additional benefits. And then they should investigate further, like what are the career opportunities and how is the job market for the particular university and program that they're selecting. So this is how students, they should choose their university. These are the famous accreditations and rankings that the universities and applied science universities, they are having, and they are the highest accreditations and rankings that they are having. CHE ranking is there, FIBA ranking is there, QS World University ranking is there, university ranking is there, Edu University ranking. So yes, these are the rankings and accreditations that student must look for while they are choosing their universities. These are the top rank universities. I will be saying that universities, business schools. We work with majority of the applied science universities. We also work with 4 to 5 university, like constructor universities there, and other universities also there that we work with. And we have listed only the few of them over here. There are many more that we are working with. And yes, we have all kind of programs, almost all the programs, you name it, we have it. So yes, these are some of the universities, top ranked universities we have listed over here that we are working with. Advantages of international degree, like what advantages your students they will get when they have a degree when they study in Germany. So it's a well organized and well recognized degree. And as I said, it is recognized worldwide. The language of instruction, as we already discussed, is English. The majority of the courses, they begin in the winter semesters, and they are in the field of engineering, business, economics. And so yes, these are the basic advantages. And if your student is going into applied science, they are also going to have the practical knowledge along with the theoretical knowledge, which is the best part of the programs and about the university. Highly qualified faculties, the universities, they have world-class education, and they are by the high qualified and academically excellent faculties having the international profile. So even you can see the diversified culture in the faculties as well. So it is not like that the faculty is only from Germany. They do come from the other parts of the Europe. They are also from the other parts of the world, in fact. So yes, there is diversification in the faculty as well. English proficiency test. Some universities, for getting an admission, it won't be requiring IELTS or TOEFL or anything. But please keep in mind, it is a mandatory requirement from visa point of view. So though not required for getting an admission, but yes, for visa, definitely this is a requirement. It's a mandatory one. And your students, they should have like 6.5 overall bands, not less than 6 for masters, and 6 overall bands for bachelors, not less than 5.5. So for Germany, the very first question you should ask a student when they come is, what is your IELTS score? Whether you have applied for IELTS or not. If not, and if you want to go to Germany, if you are really considering Germany as your study overseas option, you should first apply for IELTS and you should have this score because it's an embassy requirement. Student life and career in Germany. So we have just tried a listed few points. That is the top quality of the education, as we already discussed, that there are state accredited degrees recognized all over the world, CHE rankings for the private University of Applied Science, FIBA for the accredited programs. Germany, the country atmosphere is welcoming. There are students from more than 100 plus nationalities, multiple job opportunities. Students, they do have part-time job opportunities. They are allowed to work part-time. Additional benefits, as we already said, that students, they will be getting 18 months of stay-back option, and universities, they have their own career development departments. Then it's a number one economy in Europe, number third in the world. So there are a lot of opportunities for your students. There are more than 5 lakh vacant positions right now. Economy, it is still growing. So yes, it is the fastest growing country in Europe. As we discussed in the beginning of our presentation, like it is a gateway to the Europe because it's in the European Union. So yes, students, they get the European Union visa, and Germany, it lies in the heart of the Europe, and it has connection with 9 direct neighboring countries that are Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Finland, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Austria, and Czech Republic. So this connections is really very good. Students, they can easily go to this countries and then come back again. Okay, but yes, once student finish off their studies, and if they are getting internships in any part of this countries, European Union countries, or any part of the world, they are free to go. They are free to do the internships. No language barrier. Of course, there is no language barrier, but we highly recommend, and we always say that please ask your student to learn German if they have enough time. Suppose if they're applying for the fall intake, that is for the September intake, please ask your students to at least have the basic knowledge of German, because it is always an advantage to know the second foreign language, right? And the benefits of learning Germany is, yes, it is increasingly globalized world, and as I said, that it is always added advantage when a student knows a second international language. Now, how students, they can study German, or how they can learn German? So yes, they can learn German online. Universities, they do provide the summer courses. They can enroll and they can learn over there at a nominal amount of the fees, and also that they will be having German as a subject during their academics. So even they can learn German at that time as well. Studying and working in Germany. So as we discussed, like there is a 18 months of job search visa after graduation. Students, they have 1.5 years to stay back in Germany once they finish off their studies and to find a job in the relevant field of studies. Regarding the permanent residencies, that is once they finish off the studies and internships and everything, if they stay in Germany for 2 years and if they are on the full-time work permit, they are eligible to apply for the settlement permit, that is a residence permit. There they can apply, and then it will be totally the decision of the government. These are the industries in Germany that are rapidly growing, and some of them are over here: IT, cybersecurity, data science, business management, automotive, mechanical engineering, electronic, industry, energy. So yes, if your students, they apply in any one of this, they really have a very good opportunity. Part-time job opportunities, yes, unless like any other countries, in Germany as well, students, they are allowed to do part-time jobs up to 20 hours per week, and the wage rate will be somewhere between 12 to 15 euros per hour. So this is what students, they earn during their part-time jobs. Cost of living in Germany, of course, if your students, they are going to the universities which are located in Berlin, then the cost of living will be on a higher side compared to the other cities of Germany. But yes, according to the survey, the European Union average, it is almost 992 euros per month. It can be less depending on the student lifestyle. But yes, this is the European Union average, and that is 992 euros a month. Social fee is approximately 200 euros, which must be paid by every students. And after paying this social fee, student, they will be getting a student card. With this card, they get a lot of discounts everywhere they go, like in museums, in theaters, in any restaurants and cafes and public transport. So yes, it is necessary to have the student card in order to avail a lot of student discounts and benefits, which will again lower the cost of living. But yes, it is the fee is 200 euros that must be paid by all the students, and then in return they get a numerous benefits. Affordable tuition fees, as we discussed rightly in the beginning of our webinar, that yes, the tuition fees, they are affordable. And for bachelor's, it starts from 4,500 euros per year, whereas for master's, it starts from 5,400 euros per year. Scholarships, as I mentioned, that yes, there are a lot of scholarships available in Germany for your students. They are offered by the government as well as by the private universities. So yes, you can go on this website, the website, in order to find out the scholarships that are offered by government. And they are based on program, they are based on country of origin. So you can filter it out, you can find out, and then students, they can apply. But yes, scholarships, that those are given by the government. The deadlines are pretty early. So you must take care, and your students, they should apply, they should secure their admission, pay the initial deposit, then they should apply for the government scholarships, and they should act very fast if they want the government scholarships. There are early bid and merit-based scholarships for numerous private universities and applied sciences that your students, they can avail as well. So yes, once your student choose a university, you can ask your respective partner relationship manager, like what are the scholarships options in this university. What do employers expect when students, they go for the job in the market? So this is what employers, they are expecting: high quality education that is offered by almost all German universities and applied sciences. Industry related skills is the second most asked, and then comes the communication, followed by unique values. So yes, education, quality education matters a lot. Intakes in Germany, we have two intakes. Fall is the major intake, and spring we have limited options, but yes, we do have two intakes for Germany. Application and visa process, I won't go much into detail because somewhat it is like similar for all the countries. So quickly going through the checklist, this is a checklist. Visa checklist, we require the duly completed visa application form, passport, recently taken photographs, admission, proof of the admission letter, certificates of the earlier education, like all academic documents. APS certificate, I will be coming to it in the later on. What is APS certificate, where students, they can get it, how much time it takes. Test AS certificate, I will also explain this later on if needed. It is only for the bachelor program students, test AS. And APS certificate, it is for the all students. CV, blocked bank account, we'll be discussing about that, this also in the later presentation. Health insurance, motivation letter, fees receipt that has been paid, and visa application fees, payment receipt, accommodation proof, loan sanction if any, bank statements of last 6 months, IDR of last 3 years, financial affidavit, and then it depends on case to case. But these are the very basic documents that are required. Now, here it is. These two are the very important part while your student is choosing Germany. And every one of us by this time, we know this. Like what is APS? So yes, APS, it's an institution and they're based in Delhi. They check the authentication of the documents of the previous academic that students, they have studied, how exactly to apply for APS, and from where your student can get the APS certificate, because without APS certificate, your student, they cannot apply for the visas. So what I will advise, that APS has no relation of getting into German university or getting admission into German university. So even before getting an admission, if you have a serious student who is looking for Germany, start this process from the very first day. So you can do two process simultaneously. One is the APS process and one is the admission process, like getting into a German university, applying for the university and getting the interview and getting the admission and all. So it is highly advisable, and I highly recommend that you do this process simultaneously so that you get the APS certificate on time, because it takes time to get the APS certificate. How to get this APS certificate and how to do this process. So you need to create an account. Your student, they need to create an account on the website given over here. Fill in all the details in the account. Student needs to courier all the requirement documents, only copy, not original. I repeat, only the photocopies and not the original documents to the Delhi office. Address will be given in. APS fees payment needs to be done, that is 18,000 INR. And along with this document, student, they also have to courier the fee receipt, 18,000 fee receipt that they have paid. Processing time will be 3 to 4 weeks. It may take a longer time in some cases, like 2 months, because see, APS is like the officers who are sitting in the APS office in Delhi, they will be verifying the academic and from the former university in which student they have studied. So it depends on the university or it depends on the college how fast they will be replying to the APS office, and then you will be getting the APS certificate after the verification. APS is mandatory only for Indian students and not for the students who have their higher education outside India, though they are of the Indian origin. Suppose if you have student who is of the Indian origin, but who has studied like the last education in UK, US, or maybe other countries, then APS is not required. Okay, so this is APS procedure. And again, I repeat, please initiate the APS procedure simultaneously once you start the admission procedure. Now comes this test AS. Test AS is mandatory for the students who are applying for bachelor's. The fees is 80 euros, which needs to be paid. And it is also mandatory for the students who are still pursuing their bachelor's, who are in the last semester or who are in the last year. It is mandatory. This will be in-person test, and the test AS centers, they are in the 4 cities currently. They are in Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, and Chennai. For more information, you can visit the website that is given over here. But yes, it is mandatory for the bachelor students. And student, they will have to travel to the nearest city listed over here to give the test. Application to visa procedure. So it is similar. Once you have documents forwarded, we will be doing the online procedure. Student will receive an academic interview from the program manager. Student has to clear the interview. After the interview, we will come to know whether the student has been accepted or rejected. Once accepted, student has to pay the initial deposit, get the fee receipt. Then comes the block account. Student, they have to open the block account, and then they need to prepare for the visa documents. Of course, getting APS certificate. So these are the very basic steps for application to visa procedure. Now, what is the requirement to apply for a student visa? So as I said, that block account is very, very much mandatory. And like APS certificate, block account, these are the two things that, increases the chances of getting visa for the German country for your student. For joining campus, we have hardly seen rejections for Germany. Majority of the students are getting the visa. I can say our visa success ratio is more than 95%. And it is like because of the APS, because academic wise, everything has been, proven, everything has been cross verified by APS department. Then comes the block account, which is again mandatory for every student to open. And it is to see that, students, they have enough funds to live in Germany during their studies, and they don't have to struggle while they are studying. And as I mentioned earlier, that 992 is the average requirement for the cost of living per month. So student, they have to show this amount for 1 year in a block account. And so it will be 11,900 euros approximately. Agent, you can help your students. Even we can help your students. We have tie-up with these banks. So we can help your students for opening up of the block account. And these are the two accepted bank block accounts right now. It is Fintiba and Expartio. So yes, you can visit the website and you can follow the step, or else even you can contact us. You can contact your partner relationship manager, and we can help you out. But yes, please make sure block account is mandatory. Without this, you cannot apply for visa. And this increases the chances of getting visa as well. I'm saying increases the chances. I'm not saying the visa is guaranteed, okay? Now, what are the documents required for block account? So these are the basic documents they are required, but yes, again, it depends on case to case. So you can follow the website, you can go on the website and you can see. But the basic documents that are required are the passport data page, account opening form, admission letter, the fee attestation, that is 20 euros payable in rupees, okay? So these are the basic documents required. Now, what will be the funds to be shown? Over here in Germany, it is very easy because student has already opened the block account. They have already deposited the entire year cost of living into the account. So that portion is completed. Need not to worry. You just need to give the details of your block account and you are sorted for the cost of living. Now, what will be the remaining part then? The remaining part will be the remaining tuition fee. For example, if the tuition fee is 15,000 euros, out of which your student has already paid 5,000 euros as the initial deposit, then only the remaining fees, that is 10,000 euros plus the surplus. We always say that the surplus should be somewhere between 2 to 4 lakhs. So yes, 10,000 euros multiplied by the conversion rate, whatever it is, somewhere between 85 to 90. So 10,000 into 90, that is 9 lakh plus surplus of 2 to 4 lakhs. So on an average, 13 to 14 lakhs student needs to show. And living expense, we have already transferred into the block account, so no need to worry about that. So this is how the funds are to be shown. Okay, and if the program is of 2 years, then please make sure the tuition fee will be shown for the 2 years. Visa processing time, it is usually 30 working days, but it may take longer or it may take a shorter depending on case to case. Okay, so this was all about Germany, like why students they should choose Germany as a overseas destination and what are the benefits they are getting while choosing Germany as a overseas destination. As I said in my presentation earlier, I won't be discussing much about Join in Campus because you already know about Join in Campus. And as my colleague rightly said in the beginning of the presentation, and I can see that you have also posted your questions in the chat box. So yes, she has been answering all your questions. So quickly going through Join in Campus. Yes, as I said, we are established in 2008. We have a network in 40 plus countries. We are into B2B only since 2008. So since 17 years, we are giving services to the agents, and we are the trusted partner for our 2,500 plus associates. We work with 1,500 plus top rank universities across Europe, and in which there are 55,000 plus courses that are taught 100% in English. These are the services we offer. So we are with you basically right from the admission till visa process. At every step, you have your partner relationship manager who is ready to guide you, who is very happy to help you out for all the steps. Best commission offered in the industry. So as we are into the European market since 17 years, we give the numbers to the university. We are able to give you the best commissions. So yes, we proudly say that we give the best commissions. And at any given point of time, if you feel that, the commission, what you are getting is on somewhat higher side from anywhere in the market, please do let us know. And we will be happy to help you out in that because we have a commission match offer. So please contact your partner relationship manager if this is the case. We have our agent portal. We have your own dashboard. So you just, if not, then just log in, create your account, and then you will be having information about all the countries that we are promoting, about the universities, programs, scholarships, everything you can find over here. We keep on doing the farm trips. We take our 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 best associates who have given us a number of applications. We take them to the different countries, different universities, and over there they come to know about the culture of the country, about the universities and everything. We keep on doing the agent workshops where we invite the industry experts from the embassy, from IFKI, from Campus France. We invite the school delegates who will be talking about the schools and about the programs and everything. So yes, we keep on doing this kind of activities to train you to have the better knowledge about the country and about the universities. We keep on participating in the ICF events. So this was in Dubai. Then again, we did the agent workshop in Hyderabad in 2023. We did the workshop in Chennai in 2023. We also were there in the South Asia event in Mumbai in 2023. Berlin in February. We were there in Delhi in 2024. Also, again in Berlin, we were there, and this is a recent agent meetup that we did in December, that is last month, in Ahmedabad. And again, we are the silver sponsor for the upcoming South Asia event in Goa in ICF. So I will be really happy to see if any of you have already participated and who are going to be the part of the South Asia event in Goa. So please do come and meet me. I will be happy to meet you in person. Our booth number is 30, and yes, it will be really very good to see you in person over there if you are participating for this event. As I said, we have a network in 40 plus countries. So yes, we work with our agents in 40 plus countries. We are expanding globally, and we have our registered offices in France, USA, Canada, and in India. So thank you every one of you for your participation in today's webinar and for listening patiently. If you have any of your doubts or queries, please feel free to ask the questions. We will be opening the floor for question and answer session for 5 to 10 minutes. And still after that, if you have any queries, please feel free to contact your partner relationship manager. So yes, I will be happy to assist you for your queries.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this wonderful session. I think all of the queries had already been sorted and we had given the revert, directly to them. So I'm just checking if anything is coming on.
Okay, so that's good. Thank you, Himali, for that. And yes, somewhere I saw about the public university. Yes, see, for public university, it is really very difficult to get into a public university. First of all, your student should be like very good at the academics. They should have a good GPA score. They should have a level like, the knowledge of German language as well. So yes, we do have certain universities in which the programs they are taught 100% in English, but to get into a public university, believe me, it is really, really very difficult. Of course, the tuition fees are almost negligible. So that is the reason students, they call it as a free education. It is hardly like 500, 600 euros per semester or even lesser than that. But as I said, it is really very difficult to get into public university. And how to apply? So for in order to apply for public university, you can directly visit their website and you can apply. And but it should be pretty early because they take a lot of time in reverting and all. So maybe like 6, 7 months before the intake, or even sooner than that, if your student wants to go to the public university. Yes, for bachelor's, 12 years of education is accepted. After 12th year students, they can apply for bachelor's. Who can sponsor the student? Students, the parents, they can sponsor the students. Third party is allowed, but only up to the 30% of the total show money. But yes, parents, they can sponsor the students, and we require the affidavit of support from all the sponsors and the ID returns of the sponsors. Is consolidated mark sheet mandatory to apply for APS, or individual semester mark sheets and degree certificate can be enough? It is enough, like, if you even give the individual mark sheets and all, but consolidated is also accepted. So yes, you can give either of them, or if both are available, please submit both. Bank loan is accepted. Yes, the bank loan sanction letter is accepted, but it should be from the nationalized bank. Please make sure it should be from the nationalized bank. ITR are mandatory. Yes, ITR, they are mandatory. Last 2 to 3 years, ITRs are mandatory. How much early we should apply? Yes, this is a really good question, and I forgot to say in my presentation. The visa date for Germany, it is sometimes difficult to get the visa date. So once again, I will appeal to all of you that as soon as your student gets the admission into German university, please take the visa appointment immediately. Okay, don't wait for, preparing of the documents, paying the fees and everything. More or less what you can do, either you can cancel the appointment if student is not going, or you can reschedule the appointment if by the time you have taken the appointment, if student is not ready with the document. But yes, please take the appointment as soon as your student gets the admission. So if you need to be in time. And looking to the appointment issues, many of the universities, they do have a hybrid system. Like until and unless they get the visa, students, they are allowed to join classes, online classes. And once they get the visa, they can travel to Germany and they can join the classes in person. So this is also an option. But yes, please, take the appointment to be on time. Yes, no, 80, after 18 months PSW student, they don't have to work for 2 years to get the, to be eligible to apply for PR. See, 18 months is the duration that is given to student to find a job. It is known as job search visa. Okay, so if a student is able to find a job like within 1 or 2 months, then student will come on the work permit. The status of the student will be changed. Okay, so from the job search visa, it will be work permit, and from the day student is on work permit, it will be counted like 2 years from that date. ITR minimum 2 years is required, and 3 years is good. But yes, if 2 years is there, then also it is okay. Work experience for MBA programs, it depends on case to case and universities. But yes, majority of them, they do ask for the work experience for MBA program. So I guess almost all the questions has been answered, but still, like as I mentioned, if you have any other questions, you can contact your partner relationship manager. We have a last question, that is, what is the percentage requirement for UG applicants to public and private? For public, as I said, it will be always on a higher side, like the GPA will be more, like more than 80-85% for public. For private, of course, above 60% is accepted. So this is the basic percentage. Sponsor's annual amount, it is not like the fixed amount what they should have, but they should be having the enough funds if they are sponsoring the student. Okay, so yes, we will be ending our session over here. And as I said, please feel free to share your feedback, and you can contact your partner relationship manager if you have the further questions. And yes, I am always available on WhatsApp, on emails. So if you need to contact me, please feel free to contact me. So thank you all. Thank you for the part of this webinar, and stay tuned for our upcoming webinars. Thank you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you.